Hi and welcome to a video. You might know me as one of the first Funky Friday pretending to be created from way back when. I kinda wanted to do this a while ago. I even streamed it when I first started doing this. I've updated a bit on how I do things and would like to share a little bit with you on how I make these types of videos. Keep in mind that this is a rough idea how they're made, as some of the techniques used are either outdated or removed. Anyway, let's begin. First thing I always do is record the note fields. I prefer using the following settings: hide map on, middle scroll on, and scroll under to like transparency to 0. The reason why is because it makes certain things such as score, notes, and your performance all separated from each other. For basic videos it doesn't matter much, but for more advanced stuff it comes in handy. For characters it can be tricky. This part usually requires the most time when it comes to recording. You need the costumes, or at least the best you can do. Let's say we're doing Shaggy. What I do in some cases is head to the marketplace to see anything Shaggy related. If not, I'll try to be more specific. Sometimes I look up what I'm looking for in the player tab. Here's a Shaggy with a shirt that I like. I don't know how you would do this on phone, but on PC, if you go to the URL of the item and select these numbers, this is the ID of the item, so just copy the number and paste in the asset ID tab underneath the avatar. Then you click equip, and there you go. You also need the right background so it's easier to edit, or if you have multiple accounts you could just make them as your background. One last thing, I lower the note and note trail opacity so that no notes pop up on the screen whatsoever. So for some reason this option is broken. Luckily there's an alternate solution. Now how do I know what notes to hit? Very simple. I play the video with the notes on my other monitor so I can match to the song at ease. And now it's time for the editing. I use the audio from the original mod to make sure that the quality of the audio is good. I usually download the whole mod anyway because I want to get the visual assets for backgrounds, so might as well. Next we sync everything together. Some are easier with audio, other with visuals. Now I go through all the footage to start masking and chroma keying. Try to make it look as clean as possible. Sometimes you can't, but you can't get away with it. This is not one of those times. Well, the outlines of the notes are just PNGs, and it's best to have that. And it's best to do that since wow, I can't read my own script. It's best to do that since the black background can grab black outlines. Then I built the background from scratch. I use the original mod for reference to make sure I'm doing it right. Sometimes I'll do it a little different, and most of the time you won't notice. Afterwards I shrink the characters and place them in better spots to make it look a little bit better. Plus it makes this next part a lot easier for your computer to handle. We're going to render the characters and backgrounds by itself, and potentially other edits done, just not the note field. The reason why is because we're going to be moving the background and characters back and forth to add some realism to the gameplay. This part's pretty tedious. All you have to do is just take one keyframe, bring it to one character, wait over a couple of seconds, and bring it to the next character. Now you just basically copy and paste this until you get to the end. You might notice some keyframes are green and some are red. These are different types of movements that tell Vegas, or your editor in choice in particular, how you want one frame to go to the next. Green is fast, red is hold. Now we can put these notes back and render one more time. Most will finish here, but for me, I do one more thing. You ever notice how in FNF, like the real FNF, there's this screen bump effect? That's what I end up doing as well. Same thing as last time, keyframe till you get to the end. The only difference is that you'll be copy and pasting according to the BPM. It's easy if you watch the original mod to see how frequent they do it in the song, and go from there. And that's how you make Funky Friday edit, like me and many others. If you enjoyed but still have some questions, I'd be happy to answer you in the comments. Thanks for your continued support, even though I've been on many hiatuses to this day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.